Hi everyone, Gig Coach Jake here, your go-to for gig economy news, tips, and tricks, and I have some great news for you all. With this new DoorDash pay model, they are now showing the actual payout you will see in the end on the incoming offer. That's huge when it comes to effectively making decisions to increase our overall earnings. Now, before I jump into that, I want to first apologize for the misinformation I posted in the last video. There was a question asked to one of the developers on the Android beta group when post-tipping would go into effect. The answer response was once everybody was rolled over to the new model. That was incorrect. Not everybody has the new model, but as you can see here, some people are already seeing tips post-delivery. This does not affect decisions we make up front, and I'll explain that in just a little bit why. Thank you to that viewer that did send me this information to set me straight with the information I passed along in the recent video that you can see right up here, clicking that link. Great information in there, but not totally accurate as far as when we will see this post-delivery. Let's talk about how we can increase our earnings with this new pay model. A lot of great feedback and comments on people killing it this last weekend. As much as $300 a day. I know some of you are saying, oh, that's BS, no way. It's true. Everything I've seen from this pay model, from the average dollar per delivery and the amount of deliveries you can see in a day based off the efficiency, it is very doable and possible. And I'll show why in just a second with a simple formula. We want to stick to KISS. Keep it simple, silly. We don't ever want to overcomplicate things. We want to keep our decision making very simple. Now, what you need to start doing is cherry picking. For those of you who are not comfortable with rejecting offers, you're going to have to get comfortable with it. It has been proven that a lower acceptance rating yields higher earnings in most markets. I know some of you are like, no way. If you're rejecting offers, you're not staying busy. Let me tell you what, if you're chasing after bad offers, making low money, those of us being patient, waiting for better offers, making a higher dollar per our time and higher dollar per mile, are most definitely making more money. I know it's tough to wrap your head around. We're psychologically programmed to keep these numbers in the right, in the green. Look at that acceptance rating, 0%. You cannot be deactivated for acceptance rating on DoorDash or any gig platform. If you are, you have grounds for a lawsuit and should contact me, GIGCOACHJAKE@gmail.com. And before you do that, make sure you have a lot of evidence backing your side of things, because this is not a simple case. Most lawyers are not going to take these cases whatsoever. Before you jump on that bandwagon, let's try to make better choices to increase our earnings and have a better experience. Again, acceptance rating does not matter, and I'm showing it right here. Those are my numbers. I've had as low as 0% a dozen or more times in a year and a half time doing DoorDash. Back to the cherry picking. 3 simple things you should follow. First one should be distance. How far are you having to travel to pick that up? That's a big deal considering we're using our vehicles. All that added expense. The IRS gives us a tax break of 58 cents per mile. Make sure you're tracking and logging all your miles when doing this type of work. I'm not going to get into that. That's a whole different video and topic in itself. Make sure you're tracking all your miles. Period. Very important that we decrease our miles and make a very good dollar per mile. The minimum should be $1 per mile. What they've done on most of these offers, I have not seen anything lower than $1 per mile, no matter how far you're traveling. You have to take into consideration how far you're going to have to travel back without an offer. Those are what we call empty miles. Deadheading. They still count towards the miles that you're using up for that delivery, yet you're not making any more money on it. Be very thoughtful of that. The next thing you want to think about is the dollar amount, right? Now, you all have different needs. I need to make a certain dollar amount for this to make sense for me to continue to do gig work full time. All of you are different. Maybe it's 18 an hour, 20, 24. I put together another video, links right up there. Post this one before, 30, 40, 50 rule. A very simple and great rule to use to hit your goals. whether you need to make 18 an hour, 24 an hour, 30 an hour, or somewhere in between. I have a really good simple formula, 30, 40, 50 rule. Thank you again, Ron, for that one. Go check it out. If you're not sure what to do, I offer consulting and coaching. I guarantee that I can help majority of you that are doing DoorDash increase your earnings from what you're making now. GIGCOACHJAKE at gmail.com for a free consultation. And it will be a video consult, 15 minutes. No obligation. That's only for those that are struggling and really interested in succeeding in this business. For everyone else, my videos are a great resource for you to succeed. The third thing needs to be the merchant. Are they slow, fast? How consistent are they with getting the orders out? They suck at lunchtime? Are they really slow? Or are they really fast? Take all these into consideration. Is the staff really rude? There are offers that need to be a lot more for me to accept based on the fact that the staff is just really rude. Be your own boss. Power of choice. You're not at the mercy of these companies. Get that out of your head. Acceptance rating doesn't matter. You're not at the mercy. Be your own boss. Make choices to set your own self up for success. Time equals money or lost money. Hashtag low pay, no way. Start rejecting offers and quit caring about your acceptance rating. The sooner you can get that in your head that it doesn't matter and start focusing on the other three. Customer rating. Start working on getting that up. And I'll tell you why in just a second. Those of you who don't care to use your bag, that's fine. As the markets become very saturated and the top dashers get priority over where they can dash and when, it's going to be a lot harder for those of you that give crappy customer service and do the bare minimum to really make good money and stay busy. That I promise you. You heard it from me right now. When the time comes and some of you are crying whining that you're not making enough money, it's too saturated, you can't get on schedule, yada, yada, yada. Right here, right now, I'm about to give you the tips that you need to get ahead of that curve. It is coming. Not only is a crash on the DoorDash app imminent, look for that towards the end of the month or as they make big upgrades rolling people over. I'm not sure what day that is anymore because they changed from Friday to Thursday to Wednesday, and who knows where they're at right now. But run multiple apps. Make sure when that time comes, you could still be busy and make money. Or load up on hours ahead of them. If you work more hours than you need to and save a little bit of money, guess what? When that day comes, that time comes and the app crashes, take the day off. Log off and be like, all right, guess I'm taking the day off. I'm going to go have fun. Do something else. It's coming. Be prepared. Be proactive. The next thing you can do is work towards being a top dasher. DoorDash has already shown that they favor the top dashers and they're going to start adding more rewards. It makes sense. It's a great way to retain quality drivers and to increase the quality of your customer service to retain more customers over time. They're on the right path and direction with everything they're doing, and their stock just keeps rising. And I'm not talking about their actual stock on the market because they haven't gone public yet. I just mean actual stock for all of us. Again, be proactive, get ahead of it. The three metrics you see on the right side here that are in green are the ones you really need to focus on. Customer rating. I have videos about customer rating and ways to get that up. Go check that link out and the video if you're not sure and you're worried about that. There are ways I showed from going from a lower rating all the way up to the 4.9 you see right next to me. That's where it's at currently. Completion rating. You need to get it up to 95% and above. 90% just to be in the good for most things. Like to see 95% above. Mine's just below right now, but that's because they haven't been tracking things properly. I screenshot after every delivery my stats, so if and when the time comes that there was some type of discrepancy, I can go in and do the math and the numbers myself and be like, here's where it should be. I don't know where you guys lost track. I know you got screwed up with your computers and everything's a mess, but I've been keeping track of it myself. Here's where you should be. This is how it got there. Please fix it. As long as you have data and evidence, these are data companies. They will go and change it, fix it. But without proof, they aren't going to change anything. Be diligent and proactive. The next one's the on time and early rating. Now I know a lot of you are like, oh, we can't control that. That one sucks. Hold on. You really can. By setting yourself up for success with smarter choices. If you see an offer that's far away or the pickup time, the drop off by time is really close, they give us all that information. For a lot of reasons, maybe it's a place you've had troubles with before. You get to the merchant. They then say it's going to be 30 minutes before it's done. You know you're going to be dropping off late. You can then start to contact DoorDash and go through your channels to cover your behind and be able to document everything. That way, when it does happen, you can call them back, say, hey, you guys screwed up. I need my merit rating fixed, blah, blah, blah. They'll go and do it right away as long as you have documentation. I've done this multiple times. If you're just emailing or calling them up saying that they screwed up or they need to change it and you have no documentation of the actual process, you're screwed. For example, you get the restaurant and they tell you 20 minutes before they're done. That sucks. Well, you have 20 minutes to contact customer care, whether it's through the chat or phone call. You have plenty of time to contact them, say, hey, this is what's going on. This is probably going to be late. This isn't fair. You've seen when I've gotten here. Cover your behinds. And then making decisions up front. You need to be pickier. Be pickier on the decisions you make up front, and it's going to help you keep the 92% or above that you see right here. I have no issues with that. The times that I have had a ding on it, guess what? It's when I was at the merchant waiting for it to get done, and I did not contact DoorDash to document and cover my behind. That way, when it did got dropped off late, not due to any fault of my own, because I was there waiting at the merchant, that it was documented, they can go and make that fix. Simple. Be your own boss. They're not going to be a boss for you. They use data and metrics, algorithms, computer programs. It's not a person there observing it. There's not really, it's very black and white with them. Either you did it or you didn't, unless you have some type of documentation on your end proving otherwise. So being a top dasher allows you the ability to not only work whatever times you want, but you can jump to different zones. You get a delivery that is a high paying delivery, but it's dropping off in another zone. And normally you wouldn't take it because you're going to have to deadhead all the way back. Being a top dasher, guess what? You can then go and log into that zone where you just dropped off, get a delivery that's maybe taking you back to your area if you're working smart and being very picky. And also, market has to favor it. You can make even more money and increase your dollar per mile. Ideally, we want to make minimum $1 per mile, but optimal goal is $2 per mile. All of us should be shooting for $2 per mile when we do this work. You use 100 miles on your car within deliveries, you should make $200 that day. That's the goal all of you should be shooting for. Right now, with this new model, it is very doable. Power's yours. Make smarter choices. The other thing, you have the ability to go to different zones and work where the peak pay is higher. You're not just locked into one based on when you can actually get in. When you're multi-apping, if you grab a Grubhub or another delivery, you can just shut off DoorDash altogether instead of pausing and going through all that crap. Makes it a lot simpler and less frustrating. Then you can log back onto DoorDash and dash now whenever you want, wherever you are. That's awesome. Those are great things, and they're adding more rewards coming forward for those that are top dashers. A lot of reasons why you want to be one. The biggest reason, acceptance rating is not a requirement. The one metric that forces you into being an employee is not required. You can have 0% and still be a zero or top dasher. Yeah. Start rejecting more offers. You'll start making more money. Now, like I said before, DoorDash has become a very great option for many gig workers. With this new pay model update, word is spreading fast. People are making really good money and will continue to do so. This will be all over social media, and you better believe with companies like Uber Eats offering pay cuts recently, Postmates drivers making crap, and Grubhub delivery drivers having to travel further and further to make good money, you best believe that people that were trashing DoorDash are now going to be flooding to that gig app to make money. Yeah, a lot of those of you that accuse me of working for DoorDash and why you always support DoorDash, you're going to be the same ones flocking and running back to DoorDash to make money. That's why you never put your eggs in one basket. You go with the hot hand. These companies don't care about us. They have no interest. Our best interest isn't in mind. So why should we have theirs? We're independent contractors. Go with the companies taking best care of you, paying you best at that current time. It's going to change. Things will always change in this industry. Have no loyalty because they have proven not to have any loyalty for you. So here we are. Soon, these apps, this platform will be saturated in all markets. Not only will it be hard for people to sign up that waited, they're going to be on a waiting list. There will be no more driver referrals. Grubhub hasn't had to do driver referrals in how long? Amazon Flex didn't have to do driver referrals. The companies that take care of their drivers do not have to waste money on referral programs. Bye-bye driver referrals. The next thing you could see going bye-bye, peak pay. When they have enough drivers that are staying around and conducting deliveries, they will not need to offer peak pay. So before it starts to disappear and you all get pissed off, by the way, peak pay is added in the incoming offer. If you say $12 offer and there's $4 peak pay in your market, it was an $8 offer with $4 peak pay already added in. Make sure you know that so you don't freak out later. Where's my peak pay? I can see the post already. Be proactive. Sign up for DoorDash immediately. Start working towards becoming a top dasher. That's not very hard. The requirements are pretty easy. They're going to get harder. You best believe as it gets more saturated, those requirements will go up. You heard it from here first. Don't be surprised when it happens. So what's to come? An imminent crash on DoorDash where nobody will be able to get on and work. Make sure you save up some money and work extra hours ahead of time with this new model in effect. That way when it happens, you can just take the afternoon or evening off with no worries. The other thing that's imminent is saturation of the DoorDash platform in majority of markets. Most markets, 1 to 2 months from now, you'll be seeing tons of posts and whining about people not being able to get on DoorDash. They're on a waiting list. People will be getting deactivated as soon as they hit below certain metrics. There will be a lot less tolerance for BS, like people not using bags. The other thing you need to do, get a dash cam. Get a recording device. You need to cover your own end. There are going to be customers, they're going to say that you didn't deliver. They're trying to get free food, refunds. They don't care about your livelihood. Without proof on your end that you completed the delivery and you did not mess with the food, you have no case. Dash cam, body cam, recording devices. There's a lot of cheap options out there. In fact, I'll do a little bit of work. I'll put in the description, I'll put some links to the items that I have myself. I have a dash cam, I have a body cam, and I have a recording device that's on my keychain. Maybe overkill, maybe not. Those things will be priceless and have been when they keep me on a platform. So, we know that customers can tip post-delivery, but we should not factor that in on our incoming offers. Unless you're 90% plus sure that you're going to get a good tip post-delivery on top of what you have, don't even bother. Why? When we keep rejecting these low incoming offers, eventually DoorDash is going to have to raise the amount that they pay us. Now, I saw a ridiculous comment earlier today that was bashing someone that was saying that they have a minimum $6 per delivery. In most markets, the average is $3 an hour, or 3 deliveries an hour. At $6 a delivery, that's only $18 an hour. Do you really think your time's not worth $18 an hour using your own vehicle? Working as a business owner and paying taxes as a business owner. Come on now. The minimum you should be making is $18 an hour. That $6 is a great minimum standard. I like 7 or above. because some markets you're only going to get 2.5 to 3 deliveries per hour. Now you need to use your market knowledge, track everything, collect as much information as you can to help your decisions going forward, to increase your efficiency, dollar per mile, and your overall earnings. A lot of good stuff with DoorDash and for all gig workers. Get ahead of the curve, get those ratings up, and you'll be happy you did. Those are clueless, you need some extra help, or you just want to be part of a positive networking community. Patreon link. Click on the link. No obligation. Again, just those are looking for a positive community of gig workers that are helping one another. Anyway, hope this all helps you all. Go out and make some more money with a positive attitude and have fun. Be safe out there on the road. And as always, work smarter. #low pay, no way.